Hello, you mesmerizing human, and I hope that you are having a great day today. We are going to look at the full creation process of start to finish for I Survive, which is this piece right here. It's a 16 by 20 original oil painting on stretch canvas and is ready to hang up on your wall. And this piece tells the story of overcoming and surviving, and how you can be in that state of survival and you keep fighting every day, and then one morning you wake up and realize that you were on the other side of it. You had made it. You realize that you have gone from surviving to thriving. So it has a really powerful message behind it. And we have little Luna with us, who is now jumping over to the window. We got some flurries today of snow. It's a good day. Let's get started. Let's dive into the process of I Survive. All right, I should probably stick to painting. Anywho, we are looking at I Survive, and prior to making the painting, in my sketchbook, I have a daily sketch practice where I sketch whatever I want for 15 minutes. And recently, I had done a set of gargoyle wings, and after drawing that, I really wanted to incorporate that wing style into a painting. So on the technical side of things, that is where I got the idea for the wings. And I didn't want them to be too clean, because I wanted the wings to resemble someone who had gone through some stuff, right? They've gone through the nitty-gritty. They've gone through the crud. And they've came out on the other side surviving, and then transitioning from surviving to thriving. So you'll see throughout the process that, the wings are going to have some raggedy edges. It's going to have some holes, some tears, to kind of represent the troubles that we go through in life. We as human beings can be wounded, we can be battered, we can have scars, but it doesn't mean that we can't come out on the other side of it after spending some time on healing. And healing isn't always like a hill that you climb up, or it's not necessarily always a destination that you reach. I view it more as, it's not a plateau, that's not the right word, but it's linear, in that it can be a constant thing for you, where it's something that you work through every day. And that's okay, and that's good. And it's being able to live your life and have joy. That's the ultimate goal, right? That's what we all want. In the year 2018, I had 2 weird medical things happen to me, which in hindsight, years later, they may not seem as severe, but when you're going through the thick of it and you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's really hard to not get down in the dumps about that sort of stuff. In the summer of 2018, I felt sick that whole entire year, and it ended up that I needed to have my gallbladder out, and this was my first surgery. So my first time being put under. I had my wisdom teeth taken out and that sort of thing, but this was my first time being under general anesthesia, and I was kind of creeped out. I was really nervous about that, but at the same time, I felt like I was rotting from the inside out. So I knew that, we're just going to have to do this afraid. And then it turns out that when I was coming out of surgery, I mean, obviously I was in pain because I had just had surgery, but I felt an immediate relief. It was, I mean, the comparison of the before and after is, I can't put it into words. It was such a relief. And then it was during the workup leading up to the gallbladder surgery that they saw something funny in my kidneys. And so after my gallbladder was taken care of, I was referred to a kidney specialist. And it turns out that I have something called medullary sponge kidney, whereas, so your kidneys act to filter a lot of the waste and like the toxins in your body. And this filtration system is usually rather smooth, whereas those of us with medullary sponge kidney, it literally looks like on an ultrasound, the kidneys look like a sponge. So it has little nooks and crannies where things can get stuck. And what had happened is I had the equivalent of not quite a quarter size, slightly smaller than a quarter, maybe nickel size of a kidney stone lodged in my kidney. And they had to take it out. They didn't have to cut me open that way, but I did have to have like the medium intervention where they went in, I think it was called a cystoscopy. I used to work in healthcare. I should remember these terms. But anywho, they went in and they broke up the stones. But for a long time, I was in fear of like having symptoms flare up. But for the past few years, I have been symptom free and clean. And I've gone from surviving to thriving, and I'm so happy. Thank you for watching the full creation process of I Survive. I really love this piece, and I am so happy to be able to share it with you. If you love watching painting videos, you love watching art content, I would love for you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And I am so glad that you're here. Have an amazing day. Much love.